And it's Friday night, and I'm happy to be here. Having some technical difficulties over the past few days. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for joining me this evening or whenever you get a hold of this video. Do me a favor before I get started, if you would be so kind and you could hit the like button and subscribe. That way, you know ahead of time that I'm posting uh, a video online on this platform. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, naturally, and LinkedIn. And I'm also on Rumble. So I wanted to talk to you tonight about how businesses, no matter how small they are, like you get an idea and you want to sell a product. You have arts and crafts that you want to monetize, and that's wonderful. Or you already have a business that's been running for a while, and you get surprised that most of the people I've talked to who have some success with business outside of the internet. I know the words in brick and mortar, they're doing pretty good. They're making money, but they really could use more people, more customers. They want to be able to expand their brand and bring in just a new demographic, perhaps. But you can't reach them. It's not enough to just advertise, go on your Facebook or advertise with the signs or just join the community in a particular way. You do it in local events or a fair, that sort of thing. And word of mouth is good, but what if you had more of a roadmap and you had a specific way of attracting people to your business, regardless of which stage you are, so that you can get more customers? And you've probably heard of a term called SEO, and SEO is basically going to be the system that allows you to be seen online, and mostly through the big god in the sky of the interwebs, which is Google. Now we can use any other search engines we want to, but they're all roads are gonna lead back to Google to some extent. Something gets bounced off into Google, and there's no way of avoiding it unless one of us manages to create some repository of data that can beat Google. If you know someone, let me know. So they don't have the monopoly of uh, data, capturing data. And this is what we have to be mindful of: is that the words we use when we go online, they're not just any words. You're looking at the quality of the words, the keywords, naturally. It's putting numbers in a street address and proper signage on your house. Have you ever been someplace where it was really hard to find an address? I know I have overseas. It was challenging where there's signage and the local language, but the houses are not numbered, or they're not classified in a certain way that seems logical to someone who doesn't live there. But people don't live on your website, and that is just a reality. They can come to your to a website, or they can look for, maybe they spotted you of a highway on the on ramp, off ramp, and they saw a sign and they want to look you up online. And it turns out that you don't have words, that these keywords that match the name of your business or what it does. And this is the big danger that we're running into, is that we just don't have a really good roadmap towards our online presence. So SEO really breaks down to three elements. To be honest, it's just the content you have, everything that you have or sell or present, any text has to be optimized. And optimizing meaning that it has to be crafted in a way that is designed strictly to attract the people you want to attract to your website and to your business. Um, Of course, you got the backlink side of it. I don't want to get too much into the details tonight. I do have a presentation because I have a course, and I'll lead into that in a few minutes. But I wanted to give you some a basic overview of what I'm talking about. Then maybe you've been thinking about it, but you're really not practicing some of these lessons. At the very end, I also have a free download for you. Just keep an eye on that in a few minutes. The off page is really being able to find some of the tracks through other sources that would lead to your website and give your website and your business more credibility. And I'll go into this momentarily. And about website performance, and it has to do more with making sure that whatever you upload is gonna load the page fast. It's not gonna take forever to keep going around in circles while the client is trying desperately to see your content, and it just takes forever to load. So what you load and the quality of it, how big the files are, etc., it makes a big difference on their user experience. And the keywords are very important. Like I said, keywords, not just any word will do in finding your business online. So I know there are other places where we can look for and enter these keywords. We can do a search before we set up a website, for example. If you're not able to afford to hire someone to do this for you, the best thing to do is to study it ourselves. And it's taken some of us a little bit of time to kind of get acclimated to the fact that, especially some of those of us who have done e-commerce, if you got inventory and you're taking down merch and uploading new merch, you have to change all the SEO components. You have to change the keywords. You have to change the name of your product and make sure that people can find it. And each website, each e-commerce platform is going to have their own sweet language that they consider to be optimized for their experience. So you have to pay attention to what the language is for each platform. And these keywords, try to make them can be simple. Sometimes less is more. So try to concentrate on what really draws attention to your product and your services. It's got to be upfront, like the title of a video, for example. If you go on any of your social media when you're advertising, if you want to do an Instagram, for example, do a reel, those keywords have to match your message. So if you're applying it to several online platforms, all the social media channels that you're subscribed to, then you're going to have to make sure that all of them match. It can't be just, well, I want to tailor it for each one. Each one may have some of their own quirks. Of course, each platform operates differently, but you want to make sure to optimize it for each platform separately. But the message is the same, and the keywords should be the same thing. It should not be a different text or script when you're advertising. And the thing is that you can do a pre-search of when you launch something new, for example, and what are the keywords out there. Even ChatGPT or even in Google itself, search what are the words that are leading to X product, for example, and see what pops up. And these little tidbits of research, they may only take you a few minutes to investigate. It can go a long way in helping you craft really good keywords for your website. The off-page SEO and link building, it's important to get your name out there. Have a vlog, or if you know someone that you've been following that you'd like to interact with, or they have a podcast and you have an ability or an opportunity to join that person for a podcast, you should. If someone has a blog and you admire their work or can help promote your products or services, you should do what you can to reach out to them. Send them an email or send them a message on their platform and appeal to them to see if you can get yourself, some street cred, but appearing on their program. And this is very common. And what happens is you can always use that as more support, the backlink, something that's going to back you up, and that you are found in other places doing other things, but there draws attention to what you're doing and what it is you're selling. And the analytics is kind of that's the hardest part, is actually analyzing the data. And I know it's going to be technical, but you can make it less confusing by going to Google rather than going to some of the other platforms and track to see how many clicks you get on your website. And just very basic stuff that you want to understand. How many people visit your site? How many people stayed on your site for how long? What items were they looking at? And these are just very basic examples. It can go on and on and on. It can be very complex. You can set up a system on your own or for my course, but I'm not going to go into that just yet. And how do you organize this information, and how often do you go online to check it? That also can include reviews. And I talk to a lot of business owners that just don't do reviews. It doesn't even occur to them to set up a QR code, and you sign up with Google reviews. It could be Yelp, and Yelp is okay. It depends on the industry. This just has some sort of a feedback to return to you, so you can analyze. If you're able to afford to have somebody do this for you, then that's great. Like I said before, a lot of people don't have the ability to pay for website management. And it's not just the website, but it's definitely the health of your business, and that you know how to track what comes in, what goes out, who it is that you're attracting. And if it's not working, then you know how to change tactics. So going on to my new course, SEO Like a Pro. This is set up to be 10 lessons, and they're not very intense. It has some homework to it. I have videos, also audio lessons to give you better understanding, explaining how these concepts are applied to your website. And also has a final lesson where I actually have more of a cheat sheet of how to set up top to bottom when you set up your website. I'm trying to get that product out before the end of the 10 modules are completed. You should do these weekly. You can do them in a week, but I would not recommend that unless you're a fast learner. So eventually I'm going to release another downloadable where you just have everything organized. It's just going to give you an idea how to structure, how you're going to set up your SEO for your online presence. And that can be for any platform, by the way, not just for a website itself, a landing page. It can also be for your Facebook, and Facebook already has analytics. If you have a business account, same thing is connected with Instagram naturally. So those two, you're going to have to just log into your business platform, and you're going to be able to see your insights, and will give you everything you need. Everything I'm talking about is going to track visitors and the quality and quantity of your data. And you should keep track of that. I've talked to too many people that they set up websites where they don't track traffic at all. They have no desire to do that. They don't know how many people actually see the website, if at all. And it's a real shame, because in real life, if someone came up to your store and you allow them to see through the glass inside the store, but your doors are locked, you don't let them in, people are never going to come back. People would just give up very easily. They start searching online for something that's similar, and you just possibly lost that sale. And I'm inviting you to check out my course. It's pretty well priced right now. $179 for the 10 modules. And I'm going to add some more stuff, plus a private community for implementation for other people that are doing the same thing that you are. And this QR code right here, I'm going to give you a free download today. It's just a humble gift to thank you for sitting through my whole video. There are more checklists just to give you some some very basic elements of SEO implementation, so you understand where I'm coming from without going through the whole PowerPoint. That's why I don't release these slides, mainly because they're just as an overview and not designed to be a course. But you can back up on the video if you want to and stop it and read through the slide again, to give you some ideas, and you can start researching on your own. And this is the QR code to get your free downloadable infographic, but it's also available in a link in the description of this video. So no worries if I'm moving too fast. And this is my course. Like I said, it's going to be priced at $179 until the 31st of January, and then in February it goes back up to $249. Still not a bad price, but I want to start the year with new courses and new offerings with a lower price to make it accessible to more people. Of course, I will be teaching these courses, so I will be able to dive more in and share my screen and show you exactly how these lessons are implemented. So I want to thank you again. And reiterate, please, it helps me out a lot in this channel if you so kindly could like the channel and also subscribe, so that way you'll be the first one to know when I drop new content. And I want to wish you a happy Friday night and a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.